Hey everyone, welcome to Bainhaven in another episode of our, the continuing topic that we have about protection and protection rights, protection spells. Uh, in the last video that we have, we actually discuss and define what is divine protection or spiritual protection, which is essentially just asking an entity or a god to bestow protection upon you. Now, we will be continuing to the next topic, which is, of course, the different types of protection that you can actually use. So, the first topic that we have would be amulets and talismans. These are very, very well, you can say it's normal that when we talk about protection, we hear talismans or talismanic magic or amulets. So we will be discussing these things now. So first is the definition between amulets and talismans. Now there are a lot of definitions. Some are actually different than each other, but my own definition of an amulet or a talisman, well, an amulet is something that is natural, that you could find in nature, and most of the time amulets has an innate ability to repel or ward off negative energy or evil spirits. So since we're talking about natural things that we find in nature, this could be rocks or stones, this could be weird looking branch of a tree, and you can find this in nature. So in the Philippines during Holy Week, normally we have people who are doing pangalap, or they would walk around the woods in the mountains and look for oddities, like probably a stone that is shaped like a cross, or a tree root that is going up, or a crystallized sap of a tree. And they use this as an amulet. We call it in the Philippines as agimat or anting-anting. They have intrinsic properties. Well, some of them actually not just repels. Now, this is where the definition of amulets would vary, because sometimes they're not actually just for repelling. They could also attract something, attract love, attract good health, for example. But these things. Again, as I've said earlier, it varies from culture to culture, whatever definition they have. Now, going to the other one, talismans. Talismans essentially are constructed. So technically, it could be an amulet, it could be a pendant, it could be what's this? An earring, a ring that is inscribed by specific symbols or specific words that would bestow a specific item or a specific craft item, whatever desired effect that the crafter actually want to program it. So if you're familiar with the Solomonic magic, they always employ talismans. Like we have all of those pentagrams of Solomon that like planetary pentagrams that they etch on specific metals. In the Necronomicon, they also actually mention the creation of some tools, which for me are still talismanic in nature. So, for example, there's like a knife of Inanna, which is made of bronze, should be crafted under the light of Venus on a Friday, and it should not be, it should not be touched by a ray of the sun. So these things are these talismans are actually constructed, imbued with specific energies, specific magic, specific programming, to do or to have specific effects. So both of these are actually can be used as a protective, as a protective trinket, a protective tool to protect specific person if you wear it in your near your body, or as long as it touches your skin. Or it could also be put somewhere else to act as a ward, or boundary, a protection for an area, or a home, for example. So that's part 2 of our discussion on protection and protection rights. Now, the next video that we have would be centered around words for protection, songs, chants, symbols, and the likes. So thank you so much. Please check the end of the video for all my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's all at Kael Johan. Please follow me. Feel free to send me a message. Send me questions. If you have any other questions, just send me a DM or send me a message or tag me, and I'll try my best to give you an answer. So till next time, thank you so much for visiting, and have a great day. Bye.